My Suicide, 1999, by Andrea Dworkin. I was in Paris. One. I was in Paris. I had become old, 52, and I was tired. I had fought the battles of my time. I fought the Vietnam War, the civilian side of it, against the government, and I had won. But the war was about everything. Race, war, nuclear war, sex, gender, a word unused even though the fights were more about gender because I was a girl who argued. I haven't been near my family in 3 decades except in hospital rooms, where my mother died, where my father now languishes. I've loved my father my whole life. He's the best person I've ever known. Soon he will die. His father, Morris, lived to be 105. In his last 20 years, I never saw my grandfather. I liked him, but I never saw him, which brings up what my mother had said when his wife, my grandma Rose, died. You cry when they die, but when they're alive, you don't want to be around them. I was 9 then, and I've never forgotten her charge, nor the others she made against me over a lifetime. When I got too tired of it, I stopped loving my mother, one of the great accomplishments of my life. To stop loving your mother creates a cold place in your heart, and you write from there. I wish I could be cold all the way through. Vicious, but the truth is vicious. I didn't want to be around my family. They were all worse than strangers to me. I despised their houses and their rules. I disliked their lack of courtesy. I hated the family gatherings. I hated the mass think of them all. I would go on long walks alone to places that were new to me. I would have poetic melancholy spiked with Salinger, and I would make friends with juvenile delinquent boys. I was tough, but no one knew. Girls couldn't be tough, but I was. I kept it hidden. I am a fierce enemy of death. Its inevitability is cruel and wrong. One friend said that death is a form of violence and that it must be ended, and we can end it, and will end it. Even I didn't buy that, and I'm still a 60s child in my heart. I pretty much can be sold anything, which is how both Ronald Reagan and Bill Clinton got to be president. I mean, not me, I didn't vote for Reagan. I did vote for Clinton the first time. They really got me with his anti-war stuff, but the second time, no. He had thrown women off of welfare. How were they going to live? All they talked about was pregnant teenagers and how they were sowing seeds of destruction. Did all these men use contraception every single time they fucked? If they didn't, they should shut up, because they could have become pregnant if they were women. Fucking lie is the name of the game. Fucking lie. I like Paris. Because I can moon about Robespierre and Danton, to drink coffee where Rimbaud was. That's thrilling. There's talk that he had been gang raped, and that was what turned him wild and dissolute and ultimately empty. I believe that. It's the gang rape that screams out in the poems, the force behind every word, the punch in the face he delivers. I can go to a movie house called Danton, or go to where Rodin or Delacroix lived. I can see Picasso's, but I hate Picasso. He won't last. He was so awful, and his paintings are so ugly. You can't be proud to do nothing during the Nazi occupation. Just paint, just watch your own ass. What kind of an artist didn't get in trouble with the Nazis? Maybe they looked at his women and thought they were Jews. I thought art would save me. Van Gogh, Camus. I thought that I could stand anything if there was music playing. I was naive. Each better day was supposed to come. I could walk down the street and believe that each man was someone I could love with sex, each one the perfect us, the real we. I'd look at the dirty and think, so what? Or the maimed or the mean. It's pride. The Christians say pride's a sin, and I think so. Why do I think it's my job to love these loveless men? Because I think I can suffer and that it will make me better. I think I can love where there is no love. I think I can't be defeated if I can only accept enough suffering. I can take it. This is the belief of my people, Jews and women. Women have this kind of pride, to think I can take any pain and still love. I don't matter. As if it's selfless rather than prideful. It's the worst kind of pride, the way girls and women do it, the way I did it. I didn't stop them from hurting me. I wanted to do good and to be good and to not be afraid. I wasn't until I found pure terror each time one took me from myself. I am sick with pain, a kind of grief for all the times I've died without dying. I'm crushed under the responsibilities of survival. I need to know everything about terror. I need to see every exploitation and trace a map of it with my own fingers. As I once said to a friend, why couldn't I be an expert on Shakespeare like you? Why am I an expert on debasement and filth? I have really bad pheromones. That is true. I have a friend who's seen it more than once. Huge roaches on New York sidewalks run toward me. I change directions, and they do too, and keep rushing toward me. The bad men and the bad bugs, or I was a monster in my last life and I'm paying now. I don't want any more lives, or any afterlife. I used to think that that at the moment you died, God would answer all your questions, everything you had ever wondered about, from how the universe was made to is there life on other planets, to whatever happened to the lover I really loved or so and so who I never saw again. I could see that in a split second, the first non-existence, that I'd be rising up away from the planet and God would raise me up by the shoulders and in his touch would be all the answers and then nothing. A million years of nothing. I think God is a really ruthless artist, and Earth is an early draft. This draft was bad, overloaded with gratuitous cruelty. Love doesn't work. Pride is a sin. Nothing we do is right. Each person is like a deep lake under which there is slime and mud and ooze. You go near the person and the lake's so beautiful, so calm, and then you go in and the water pulls you down into the slime. You die there at the nadir of this person. 2. I hate each day. I see the sun coming and I'm ready to end. Story over. Leave me be. I have trouble putting one foot in front of the other. My body is a curse to me. How could it so betray me? It's very clear in my mind. I'm in bed. My bed. I take a big butcher knife and I plunge it into my heart, break through the ribs. I'm not sure I can do it. Maybe I'm not strong enough, physically. Upper body strength. There would be so much blood. I'd close my cats out, of course. But they would smell the blood, and my desertion would hurt them. I'd make sure Paul was far away for long enough so I could bleed to death. There are smarter things to do, but the meaning of this would be plain. I would get to live truthfully at the end. I should cut veins or jugular, but it wouldn't be enough. I need a complete end. All the blood gone. Hi, baby. Oh, I'm not going to do it. I'm just reading somebody else, baby. It's okay. Come here. Come here. It's okay. It's okay. Ah, I got you. I got you. I got you. It's okay. To live would be even more wrong. I would be ashamed always. It's likely I would never talk to anyone again. I can't talk now. I can't say the words. Oh, baby. I can't say the words. How do you say I was raped without slaying the person you're talking to, making them responsible for knowing, and if they want to make it better, they can't. There's nothing they can do. No heart-to-heart will help. The minute after you're alone, black alone, back alone. The minute after you're alone, back alone, there's nothing but grief. I met this woman. She said, I was in Paris. I was 52. I was reading a book in a Zen garden in a hotel. French literary fascism. I was having a Kir Royale. I had 2. The second one didn't taste right. I felt a little sick or jet-lagged or something. I can remember standing in front of the elevator and thinking, please God, let me get to my room. Please let me get there. I ordered dinner from room service. Next there was a boy in my room. He had a pass key. I tried to rise up. I did, but barely, and then I fell against the opposite wall. Then I signed the room service check. I was barely able to balance myself. Then I went back to the bed. I didn't lock the door. I came to about 4 or 5 hours later. I didn't know where I was. I had internal pain. I was hurting bad. I went to the toilet and found blood in my hand. Fresh, bright blood, not menstrual blood, not clotted blood. I'm past bleeding. I looked for where the blood was coming. My hand got covered in it again. I found huge, deep scratches on my right leg. I couldn't stop the bleeding of it, so I tried to keep it clean. A few hours later, I took a shower. I had a big, strange bruise on my left breast, right next to the areola. Not a regular bruise, more like a sucking bruise. A huge black and blue with solid white skin in the center, as if someone had sucked it and up and chewed it. I'm here, it's okay. Oh, she hates when I read Dworkin, oh my goodness. Come here, come here. Come here. I love you. Oh, I love you so much. Come on. It's okay, baby. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. Yes. She said she didn't feel good for the next day or the day after that. She said she had been drugged and raped. She said she thought the bartender had done it because he had made the drinks and he was on the phone at room service and he flirted grandly with her, saying it would be his great privilege to make her dinner that evening. Shit, it got dark. She thought the boy was supposed to report that she had passed out. She thought the bartender had raped her. She didn't know if the boy had been there or not, but she thought yes. She couldn't remember, but she thought they had pulled her down on the bed so that her vagina was at the bottom's edge. She thought that the deep, bleeding scratches, the right leg, the big bruise, left breast, were the span of a man on top of her. She had been wearing sweatpants that just fell right down. She had been wearing an undershirt. Usually she covered herself, but she had felt too sick to manage it before the boy came in with the dinner. She said that she didn't have intercourse normally in her own life. She said that she had gotten an internal infection in the aftermath. She said it was horrible not knowing. She said that there was literally no memory of what the man and the boy had done. She said that it was like being operated on. She speculated that her body must have been completely relaxed. No muscles straining, no physical resistance or even tension. She said the hours were gone. Missing. She said that her mind had gone over and over it for weeks and weeks, turning into months and months. She said she couldn't find it because it wasn't there, in her brain. She said that she had lost all hope. She said that she couldn't have defended herself. She said that she had long before decided that no one would ever rape her again, and either she or he would die. She said that they had wanted to fuck a dead woman. She said that it was like being in a coma. She said that being forced and being conscious was better because then you knew. Even if no one ever believed you, you knew. She said that she hated every day and to see the sunrise, and she couldn't put one foot in front of the other, and that she wanted to put a butcher knife into her heart behind her ribs. She said that she was consumed by grief and sorrow. She said that she could resist now by not dying, but that might be too hard. She said that her body was a curse that had betrayed her. She said she couldn't figure out why they would want to do this to her, why they would want to do this, and why to her. She said she had always had an appetite for life, but now she hated it. There was never a day that she doesn't hate, she said. There isn't a minute or an hour that she doesn't hate, she said. How can you say those words? I can't say them, and I can't say anything else. I don't know why the world didn't stop right then. I don't know how the sun can still rise and the earth can still turn. I think everyone should have stopped everything because I was 52 and this happened to me. I think every person should have been in mourning. I think no one should work or spend money or love anyone ever again. I say my bad pheromones or karma brought the rapist to me. I blame me no matter what it takes, no matter how abstract or abstruse I need to be. I say I didn't. I didn't wear a short skirt. I didn't drink a lot, or even though it was alcohol and I rarely drink, I didn't drink it with a man. I sat alone and read a book. I didn't go somewhere I shouldn't have been. I didn't flirt. I didn't. It was still daylight. They took my body from me and used it. They came inside me. My muscles were completely relaxed, and there was no resistance. Once you're put under, you can't stop the surgeon. You don't remember the surgery. But after the body is cut, after this, there was blood and scratches, and there was more like deep clawing and a huge bruise on the left breast near the areola and the white skin in the middle of it as if it had been sucked and chewed. I then had 72 hours to get a blood test and a urine test to nail down the presence of the drug, but I didn't know. And 72 hours wasn't enough time. I couldn't say for sure. I couldn't place the bartender in the bedroom at all. But I know he did it. But how do I know that? Now there is scarring where the scratches were. But I had decided. No more rape. No matter what the cost. No more rape. I was old and tired, and I was taking myself out of the rape pool. My immortality was evident. Pick someone else. I can't have this happen to me. 3. When I was young, I had optimism in the face of everything. Boys threw a Christmas tree at me, and my head bled. I liked to take long, solitary walks, so they hurt me. But I would still go wherever I wanted, whenever I wanted. I would still go wherever I wanted and do whatever I wanted. I can't understand how she, that bright girl, became me, dull and tired and sick of life. I wanted to go to Mississippi for civil rights work. I wanted to make abortion legal, segregation illegal, and stop the war. Those were my dreams. Plus a book. That I would write a book. It glimmered in my mind. I wanted to make life better. My mother once said that I was lucky and that the 60s happened because she said, the others are just following leaders, but you would have to be this way even if you were alone. I didn't sing Christmas carols in public school. I didn't comply with the atom bomb scares. You couldn't make me if I didn't believe in it. I had girlfriends I loved. Madeline and I made love and drew with pastels. She was so beautiful and smart. I loved Rebecca and Jackie. I never could know enough people because each one was another world, a whole vision of something, a center of a universe. I wanted to touch everything and do everything. This was my optimism. It's in the body. It's a form of energy that demands connection. It's an affirmation of pure faith that this day and the next one would be miracles. It's a refusal to be afraid of life. Girls aren't supposed to have it. Nerve or courage or adventure or curiosity or direct contact. The girl touches life. It goes through her. You can't separate her from it. She insists on everything out of her reach. She makes the world bigger for herself. Maybe it's even greed. I'm not sure. I could never get enough of anything I wanted. I thought moderation was a form of stupidity. I don't think that now, but I have a habit of too much of everything, and I can't change it. I want to spend all the money and read all the books and stay in all the hotels and go everywhere and eat everything and cry real hard and long, and I don't want to be touched. Not by girl or boy, male or female, man or woman, friend or foe. I get infatuated, but I'm leaving that behind. Infatuation won't outlast death. I love Paul, but I'm too sad. He's more sad. I've hurt him too much. I want women. I have flat-out appetite now, but I'm not touching anyone. Everyone's cruel. Everyone lies. Fucks and lies. Touching is even harder than talking, and I'm buried alive. Silence is on top of me, covering me, keeping me under. Rape is on my skin and inside me. I can't do this. I can't be this person who was raped. I can't. 4. And then there is that I know too much. It makes it harder. I know a lot about rape. I study it. I read about it. I think about it. I listen to rape victims. I engage with prosecutors and lawyers and legislators. I write about it. I was raped. I remember being raped. I can't count how many times or think now about which circumstances. I say that we're fighting back. I give speeches and say women and girls are being raped and we need to do this and we need to do this and this. I'm an expert. I know hundreds, if not thousands, of raped women. I know about every kind of rape. I know everything. But this drug rape is new. Young women, I thought. This happens to young women. This date rape drug, you hear. Yes, these girls were out and about and someone slipped them a date rape drug. They say it's worse, but how can they know? There's no better or worse. There can't be. But they're right. It's worse. The drugs erase the mind. The drugs shut down the brain. The drugs put you into the equivalent of a coma. The drugs are cheap and easy to get. Rohypnol or roofies, as the scum calls them. They're supposed to be used in hospitals. They have no taste and no color. They work. They put you out. You can't remember once you're out, or even when you're conscious, but gibbering and out of control. There's GHB, gamma hydroxybutyric acid, a little salty, so it's used in sweet drinks, like liqueurs and champagne, and ketamine, an animal tranquilizer used for elephants. It isn't an aspirin in your drink. It's not like getting drunk. It's not like getting high. This is so easy for the boy. This is so simple for the boy. This is foolproof rape. The gang who can't shoot straight can do this kind of rape. You can do this hundreds of times with virtually no chance of getting caught. I think how easy this evil is to do. I think about what marks women are, what suckers, but I wasn't suckered. I wasn't. I didn't do anything to make this happen. I wasn't there, okay? I was a woman alone in a hotel, okay? So if I had been somewhere else, this wouldn't have happened, or if I had been with someone, this would not have happened. How can I stay away from everywhere? Maybe I could go to Afghanistan or Saudi Arabia and get them to build a wall around me. Maybe I should wear a chastity belt. I don't know what to do. I can't sleep. How can I close my eyes? I have this argument with God. Why, I ask, did you make it so that I had to sleep? How could you build it in so that we would have to be so vulnerable, find somewhere dark and sheltered to sleep, and not be able to protect ourselves? I don't think I will ever sleep again. When I do, I have nightmares. My worst dream always is about my ex-husband. He's very friendly, and I try to be friendly because I don't want him to hurt me. And in every agonizing minute I'm smiling and being nice, and I'm so afraid that he will turn on me. It can happen in a split second. I can't stand the nightmares. I feel as if I've lived through whatever I was dreaming. I feel as if I have a life that takes over when I sleep, a life of fear and terror, and I have a life where I'm awake. Both are poisoned now by this. I wake up exhausted and either sweating or ice cold. I remember the worst thing I've ever done in my life. 5. I beat my dog. When I was married, I beat my dog. She was a beauty, and she was my heart and soul. He wanted a big dog. He got her, but she was too small and sensitive for him. Big dogs, guns. It's a cliche, I guess, but that's what he wanted. Big dogs and guns. I don't know why I hit her. It made me want to die. It's not as simple as he hit me, I hit her. Sometimes I was afraid, the way women are with children. If the kid does this, he will hit me, so I have to stop the kid no matter how. It presents itself as an emergency when everything is overwhelming, when there's nowhere to turn. The awful thing is that the dog will keep loving you. It's so awful. She'll keep her faith in you. She'll be happy to see you. Her tail will wag. It doesn't matter what you did. It's so unbearable to see her eyes. I can't think of anything I don't deserve, any punishment, but the worst is her. I couldn't undo it. I can't undo it. At night I see her. I see her eyes and her fragile, delicate skeleton curled in a half circle with her long nosed head in front of her paws. People don't know how delicate big dogs can be. I loved her so much. I was cruel in desperation, but it doesn't matter why. It really doesn't. Don't feel desperate around animals or children. No one has the right. Don't hurt them. Zero tolerance. Zero tolerance for me. It can't be bad enough. Whatever happened to me? How could anyone be so stupid and so mean? I can't bear it. I can't. I can't bear it. I thought I could walk away from anything. I thought I had a real cold heart. I wanted one. It takes a cold heart to survive. Survival's the trap. One wants to live. If you want to kill yourself, though, you have to strike while the iron is hot. Every delay leads back to life. Every minute of hesitation pulls you back. Nostalgia pulls you back. You just want to see the cats one more time pulls you back. You just want to hear Paul's voice on the phone just one last time. Any remnant of interest in anything pulls you back. You have to be in the kind of pain that keeps you from feeling anything else. If you want to leave a note, it pulls you back. This is a note. The problem is that once I stop writing, the new rape is all I have, all I know. I can't be in a room by myself. I can't read a book or even anything, like watching television or going to a movie without the presence of the new rape in me, filling everything, spreading, polluting, poisoning. What will happen to the girls with this new rape, if they have to bear it? How can they coexist with it? How can anyone promise them anything if they have to bear this, and any ordinary moment of life can become this? I was reading a book, French Literary Fascism. 6. I love a man, Paul. This is not easy for me. He's on the rapist's side. He comes from there. That's his place of origin. He's gendered, and so am I. I don't want to be, but I am. And he is too. I think about Paul. I worry about him. I like to see him. I think his jokes are funny. I like his stories. I like to touch him. I like talking to him. Sometimes I light up when I see him. Usually I do. This time I asked him to look at the marks on me, the appalling scratches, the bruise on my left breast. He said that what was there could not be there. The scratch were not made by nails attacking my skin or anything like that. He didn't know what it was, but it wasn't that. The bruise couldn't be what I thought. I remember hoping he was right. I remember wanting to believe that he was making himself believe. He wanted to console me, and he tried. He listened. He'd nod his head. I thought about every piece of furniture. Had it scratched me? I thought about every single place my left breast might have bumped into. Did the bruise come from the wall or the door or the person that I had bumped into? No. These were human-inflicted marks. I asked Paul if he thought the body knew, even if the mind didn't. He said that he didn't know, which is fair enough. He never said anything villainous or stupid like, well, you were out during it, so how bad could it have been? Which isn't so much beside the point as the direct opposite of the point. That was the essence of the violation. I was a dead body. Someone had fucked me dead. I had understated the internal pain, not wanting to exaggerate it, wanting to be absolutely fair to the maybe rapist. I had just said that I had felt internal pain, not how bad it was or how unwelcome or how inexplicable. I said the awful scratches were scratches, not how deep and long and bloody they were. I didn't want the only person who believed me not to believe me, so I held back my horror as best I could. I had to be reasonable, not hysterical or insane. I couldn't afford to make a mistake. I couldn't risk too much emotion. I was also completely numb. I tried to remember my priorities and my routines, but I didn't care. Everything was an act to get through a minute, and then another minute, and then the following one right after that. Life goes on, Paul said, and I nodded concurrence. But it would be better if it didn't. If everything stopped. As long as I was numb, I could get by. Once I knew that it had happened, the numbness was replaced by hell. A constant emotional disorder, continuing reconstruction of events with my inner eye acting as a microscope, going back over and over it without respite or relief. I just want to sleep. 8. My ex-husband launders money. He's been charged with malicious wounding, causing grievous bodily harm, burglary, theft, fraud, embezzlement, attempted murder, and manslaughter. I got him young, and he practiced on me. He's in with the Russian gangs, and he's as brutal as anyone they produce. They weren't girls or women he was charged with hurting. That's all free. A bonus you get if you are both violent and vile enough. No one's going to step between him and a woman he's beating up on. He's never been convicted of any of the things he's been charged with. He's as free as a bird, a flying dinosaur, a raptor with wings. I'm not reckless. I'm saying this now because I just don't want to die, even by my own hand, without anyone knowing this. This is my note in a bottle. I was his beginning. You can see his heel marks on my face, but especially on my breasts with their odd scars. He was a virgin. What did I do? How did I do it? Create the monster. Any fear I have is fear of him, transmuted and transformed. When I have flashbacks, I'm a prisoner of his brutality. It happens again, and I can't by any act of will stop it. I see it, I see him. I'm paralyzed with fear, and I can't stop it. Intrusive thoughts is one euphemism for being pursued by harsh, indelible memory. And now I have the equal and opposite problem. I'm pursued by absence, not even forgetfulness, no repressed memory, because there is no memory at all. It happened to me. But what and by whom and how many? Were there two, as I thought? The boy? I came awake for maybe 2 minutes. He was in the room already. He was delivering the food. I got up from the bed, and he had the look of horror on his face, a look I've never seen before, and I kept thinking that it was as if I arose from the dead. He expected me to be out cold, but somehow I roused. I was nearly out again when he closed the door behind him, and I couldn't get up to lock it. But they have pass keys anyway, which is how he got in the first place. When the boy grows up, he will say he raped a girl when he was a kid, or he saw a rape when he was a kid. Will he say that? That's what my ex-husband says, but it's not true. I was his first. I couldn't imagine being 52 back then. I remember turning 25 thinking, I can't keep doing this day by day for the next 25 years. I just have to put one foot in front of the other, try to stay out of his way. I thought, I can do this. A year later, I was on the streets, running, hiding, moving in a cold sweat, and then I got a way of leaving for good, and I did. Even gone, I kept in hiding, because he could find anyone. He had a predator's special instincts. I felt culpable because he is still a monster and there's a trail of violent crime. I think I should have stopped him. It was my special responsibility. I think that since he hurt me beyond my own understanding, I should have shot him dead. I think that would have been honorable. I wish someone would help me out. Isn't there a woman's secret police who could find him? Isn't there a secret world of women assassins or fighters or avengers? I'm pathetic. I can't do it myself. I call that pathetic. I'm treated like the world's hardest bitch, but I can't finish off that particular beast even though my name is written all over him. He's mine to kill. I can do me easier than him, even at 52. I call that pathetic. I wonder if the beauty I saw in him had any truth to it. It's not there now, but way back. Was it really there? Or did I fill in the blanks, make him up, imagine him? I hope it was really there. I want to think that what I saw in him was true. I would like him to be dead, because then I might be able to stop suffering. I'd like that before I die. I've been very selfish. People think too well of me. They don't see the trembling piece of shit I am. 9. Everything I read about these rape drugs talks about young women and date rape. I knew it was important, but it was on rung 2, not up front. I thought, maybe this is different, this kind of rape, and if so, I should try to figure out how and why. I left the thought to simmer on the back burner. I wasn't facing it straight on, because what did it have to do with me? I'm too old. Once you really think about it, that logic couldn't be more wrong. Just as now people are thinking that if you drink alcohol when anyone could put it in anything, coffee or tea or anything, and there's nothing that says that it has to be in a bar, that they only drug and rape women, young women, in bars. Everyone wants to think that it's punishment for cheap or hedonistic behavior, no matter how many times I say that God made the hangover, not rape, to punish getting drunk. I don't even assimilate it myself. Everyone wants to think it's because of something the woman did, banal stuff, how she dresses, where or when she walks. She shouldn't be at a bar, she shouldn't be out after dark, she shouldn't be being raucous with women or being where men are. She shouldn't on to ad infinitum. It's as if the woman enters into a contract to be raped just by walking outside or opening a window or what clothes she wears or by liking men at all. It's the rapist, stupid. It's always the rapist. He decides how, when, where, who, why. He decides by what means. He picks up the target. He creates the opportunity. He puts the drug in the fucking drink. Hello? He knows. And you don't. He decides what to do. You can't stop him once you're out. Most rape victims need to face what happened. But with drug rape, you can't face it because it's not imprinted on your brain at all. It's not that it's lost. It's not as if you have to recover it. It was never there. This rape makes my life a lie. Everything I care about, everything I fought for, it's all a lie or a laugh. I can't give another speech or write another book. Saying what? Saying fight back? Saying they hate you? Saying rape is about power? Saying that for the rapist, the rape is sex, but not for the victim? Saying that the rapists are ordinary men, nothing to distinguish them? You can't buy a little decoder ring and see anyone's real intentions? It's hard enough to look at young women in the face with how much we've all failed them. They have grace, and they fight a good fight, but how to tell them that 30 years can go by, 40 years, and the rapist gets new weapons, and the rape victims can barely keep up? There are dozens of studies of college men who were asked if they would rape if they could get away with it. Consistently, 30% say yes. Well, now they can. Is the drug rapist different from the overt physical force rapist? Do we start longing for the good old days when the violence was overt and explicit? Do we wish we were in Bosnia or Kosovo where the rape is military, a straightforward act of war that is not in dispute, where someone might mourn what's happened to you, where there is a collective memory, a history, a record, a crime scene, where each woman doesn't have to make the case herself? The worst thing is how they rape us because we're a part of a group, but we have to fight back as individuals. I can't do it for you. She can't do it for me. The rape itself isolates you. Because who can you tell? How can you make it real even though it was real? 11. These rape drugs are an advance in war weaponry. They are a new day in sexual assault, a new front line, a new moment for women and girls. Memory is all the rape victim has. Memory is required by law. Memory and language are everything. Together they are human intelligence, and human will, and human history. What would have happened if the Nazis had had Rohypnol and had used it strategically? Would any survivor remember? Would the human history of 1939 to 1945 in Europe exist? Suppose the Serbs had had it and used it in the Bosnian rapes. It is inevitable. Then the question becomes, what kind of rapist wants no resistance, doesn't want to use physical force, wants muscles relaxed, including vaginal muscles? Who is the guy who prefers coma to intimidation, dead weight as opposed to terror? Have rapists just wanted to masturbate inside women all this time? Is it true that it doesn't matter to them if we're dead or alive? Do they just want to ejaculate in the presence of a female form? Doesn't anyone care that this is not a world girls and women can live in? I can see the defense lawyers. She consented because she didn't protect herself. I can hear them asking, did you tell your girlfriend to watch your drink? Well, if you didn't, but you knew about the possibility of being surreptitiously drugged, doesn't that suggest that you wanted it? It's hopeless. How can we survive this? What will happen to all the girls? 12. I thought I'd go to Paris to write a first chapter for a new book because I love Paris. I walked a minimum of 2 miles per day. I walked into bookstores and movies. I saw a friend several times and had dinner with prospective publisher, and I was drugged and raped, and I was too tired to walk. I just couldn't find any energy at all. There was time missing. I was confused. I had been reading in what seemed to be a Zen garden. I had been drinking champagne with cur. The drink didn't taste right. I decided to go to my room to lie down. I remember standing in front of the elevator and praying in my mind, just let me get to my room. Just let me get there. I remember my feelings of relief when I got to the room and locked the door behind me. I ordered room service and apparently conked out. I opened my eyes and the boy was in the room delivering the dinner, and I got up, but I couldn't really stand up. I signed the room service bill while having to use the wall to hold myself up, and then I went back to the bed. The boy went out. I couldn't get up to lock the door behind him. When I came to, it was dark. It had been light out when I came into the room. I didn't know where I was. There was this pain inside me. Internal pain. I went to the toilet. I found blood in my right hand. It was bright and new red blood. I found gashes on my right leg and saw a huge black and blue bruise on my left breast. It was like a big hickey, not a regular bruise. I said to Paul over the phone that I felt like Linda Blair in The Exorcist. I have marks all over me, and I don't know why. I've been working every night on my chapter, but now I couldn't. I had no energy. I sat. I stared. I took pills to go to sleep. Oh, the irony of it. I want to live, but I don't know how. I don't want more violence to my body, even by me, but I can't bear knowing what I know, in all regards. I ask God to forgive me. Please forgive me all my stupidities and my cruelties. Please don't let there be karma, because I don't want to have to do this again. Please take care of Paul and my cats. Please help the women. Please let me die now.